Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kandy. I'm obsessed with makeup and I've got new hair. I upload amazing videos that's very informative, gives you all the info, that's honest and gets right to the point. So without further ado, let's jump into today's video. I know I look a little bit tired. It is very early. I'm on my way to go and work at a wedding, and since I have new hair, it takes me like 5 minutes to style this so I can create more content for you guys, and I'm super stoked to be filming more YouTube tutorials because you guys have obviously been asking me on Instagram where have I been, and well, basically styling my hair can take up to an hour, and then sometimes I don't feel like filming because I have to style my hair for an hour. But with this, I can just rock it and go. So today I'm bringing you another foundation video, obviously part of my foundation series where I try new products, do first impressions, and also just let you know how it goes. Obviously it's early now. Well, it's not that early, it's 7:45 actually, but I'm going to be putting on this foundation and trying it on for the rest of the day. Wait! If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button before we move on with this video because I want you to be a part of the Kandy fam. Okay, so I bought these guys. This one they sent me, it's way too dark. This one I bought at this game and I can't seem to find the price, but I think it was around about 120 Rand maybe. I must be mistaken because I tried to check on the website and I couldn't find the price of it. I was saying that this is an HD, which is high definition, long wear matte foundation. Now we all know the Pro long wear foundation, which is very dewy, and people with oily skin didn't enjoy that foundation at all, even though the coverage is really good. I've got a video on that on my channel as well, where this one is going to give you matte coverage. So it's medium to full coverage as well, and smooth long wear suede foundation. So I mean, let's take this baby for a test run. Okay, so the primer I'm going to be using is one from Essence. This is the Glow Boosting Pore Minimizing Primer. The reason why I'm using a drugstore primer is because most of you who will buy this will buy it because you are on a budget, and I'm sure you won't have a super expensive primer. However, I would always recommend getting a high-end primer and use that with your cheaper foundations because it will definitely help your foundation last longer. But because this is a drugstore product, I decided let's go with like a budget-friendly primer as well. So let's get into matching our foundations. Most of you guys know that I match my foundation against my chest. I like matching my foundation here because then you know it's going to blend in with the rest of your body, and you can kind of see as I like blend that out. That is really like the perfect shade for me. This is the color Natural. Okay, so I'm going to put some on the back of my hand. It doesn't seem like a very runny foundation. It's obviously quite like thick, which kind of tells me that it can give you good coverage, but you have to be careful with it because if you apply a thick layer of foundation, it can quickly look a bit cakey and, you know, plastered on, which I'm taking my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush to apply the foundation with. Absolutely love this brush. And okay, I see you, LA girl. So right off the bat, the foundation covers really well. Like they said that it's medium to high coverage, medium to full coverage, but I kind of feel like this is full coverage. Ooh, this goes on so nicely. Wow, it feels lightweight on the skin as well. As I'm applying it, doesn't feel like there's a lot of makeup on my skin, even though the formula is a bit thicker. I feel like it blends out really nicely. Wow, this is beautiful. I'm loving it. I don't see it drying down yet. Oh wait, I can feel it drying down to a little bit of a matte touch. I might not use powder to set it. The coverage on this is absolutely amazing. I'm so blown away, and I love the finish on this foundation. like I said, it's starting to dry to that matte finish, which I think is nice because you almost don't need powder to set it. Obviously, if you have very oily skin, you can set it with a powder as well, but for me, I have dry skin, so I kind of don't want to set this with a powder, but also setting it with a powder will make it last much longer as well. So I think let's just not set it with a powder and see how it does. Just want to do this because I want to see. My biggest concern with foundations and not setting them properly is that they crease easily, but this one, when I do this, it doesn't really crease. Like, you have those little fine lines that you'll always have, but it doesn't crease like most full coverage foundations sometimes can do. I think just to be safe, I am going to add a little bit of powder. So I'm just taking the Revlon Color Stay Translucent Powder, big fluffy brush from Real Techniques. This is from their Brush Crush range, and I'm just gonna lightly dab that all over the foundation. So I'm not using too much powder. I am going to melt that into the skin with my setting spray when I'm done with my makeup. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys have used this foundation before, and if you guys really want to try it as well. I would love to know what you think of it if you have used it. And yeah, we're testing this baby out today. Okay, I'm gonna finish up my face with some bronzer, blush, and brows, and then I will be right back. So I'm actually gonna be doing lipstick on camera because you guys are always asking me what lipsticks I'm wearing, and the one I'm gonna be putting on today is the Physicians Formula Velvet Lip Finish, Velvet Finish, the Healthy Lip Velvet Finish. And this one is in the shade Tulip treatment. Absolutely love the formula of this. It's so soft on the lips and it stays on the whole day. I just really only have good things to say about this product, and it's like 120 rand from this game. Okay, so when I look at this foundation, it looks amazing. It's got a beautiful matte finish, but it's not like a drying matte, and even though I use a little powder, my face never feels this matte when I use only that compact powder and as little as I did. So the finish is absolutely beautiful. My bronzer and blush went on really nicely, and when you look at the makeup overall, it looks flawless. It's all covered well. So for first impressions, this foundation is definitely getting a thumbs up from me, but at the end of the day, it's all about how long you can wear this foundation for. Is it a foundation you can put on in the morning and leave until the afternoon? Do you need to touch up during the day? I don't know. We're gonna put it to the test and definitely see. I want to show you guys something I've been doing that I'm loving to set my foundation. And okay, I obviously shouldn't actually be using the all-nighter because it is high-end. Let me use something a bit more affordable. I'm using the Makeup Revolution Pro Fix Illuminating Fixing Spray. I'm just gonna spritz my face with quite a few spritzers and then fan it. Got my little fan. My mama gave this to me. And I just fan it in, and this is sometimes a trick I like doing just to melt in powder, because I love using powder to set my foundation, but I don't like it when it looks so dry. I'm going to be checking in with you guys today, and I'll give you little updates on this foundation. Okay, so it is now 11:30 and I just looked at my foundation in the mirror. It still looks pretty great. The coverage is still amazing. It's still pretty matte, and so far this foundation is really impressing me. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, that's 3.5 hours. Okay, so it is now almost 2 o'clock and my foundation update is that it's still looking pretty great. I'm impressed with how my highlighter and blush and everything still sits on this foundation. Everything is still covered. I don't have any creasing really. I don't have any patchiness on my face, and it still looks pretty flawless. It is now 8:30 and I'm about to take my makeup off. I've had it on for 12 hours and I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can just see a bit while I'm talking. So you can definitely see the makeup starting to come off. Like, there's no more foundation on my nose. It's breaking up over here. and here it starts creasing. But I mean, this is like, yeah, I started getting a little bit oily, but I mean, that is 12 hours wear, which is really impressive for this foundation. So I still think I look good. Even though the foundation started wearing off, it's not wearing off in an ugly way. You know, some foundations can like break up, look really oily, look really patchy or flaky, and this foundation definitely doesn't do that. So I'm absolutely impressed with it. It gets a thumbs up for me all round. Who is this foundation for? It's really for people who have dry skin like me, but like a matte full coverage foundation, because I still feel like even though this foundation is matte, it didn't dry out my skin. Definitely for people with oily skin, to set with more powder to make it really last long and stay matte the whole day. And obviously anyone who wants a super full coverage foundation that is really affordable. So I think this foundation ticks all of the boxes. Let me know what you guys think in the bottom section where the comments are. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and let me know what foundation you want to see next. Until next time, stay sweet. I'll talk to you soon.